What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a great day, and in this video I'm talking to you about the 4 reasons why you should not N-O-T purchase a home during the housing market crisis that we are in right now. These are top secrets, so keep the voice a little bit low and understand that I'm going to give you some real insight from a real estate agent myself, from someone who bought in a housing market crisis, and most importantly, from my perspective on why you shouldn't buy. And hopefully you're gonna take away a lot from this video. So guys, if you get any value, hit the like button and let's get started. Now, one thing I want to emphasize real quick is it's very important to understand this is coming from me, somebody who bought a home during the housing market crisis. So as I give you the 4 reasons why you should not buy a house, then keep that in your mind, because it's important to let you realize it's coming from someone with experience doing that in a housing market crisis. All right, guys, we are starting off with number 1, which is home prices, which we all know are absolutely ridiculous. I'm talking make no sense. I'm talking overpriced to the max. I'm talking that house that was for 200 grand is selling for 350 grand. Do you guys agree with me and understand where I'm coming from? Listen to this. A house that is truly worth 400,000 is selling for 500,000. I'm seeing it. And a house that is worth 200,000 is selling for 300,000. I'm seeing it every day. I know that you're seeing that as well. Your goal is to get a reasonably priced home for a reasonably priced price. You're not trying to get a home that is way expensive than it's actually worth, way more expensive than it's actually worth. Can you agree with me on that? Of course you don't want that. But in this market, everything is overpriced. Homeowners who are selling their homes are just they're thinking of a number and they're actually getting that number. It's like, this would be cool if I can get 500 grand. Next thing you know, I got an offer for 500 grand. And they're like, oh my God, this is like magic. And that's what they're loving right now in this market. Your goal is to not get hustled from this market. I don't want you to get hustled from this market. We all know that the market right now is overpriced. Now, many say interest rates are so low, and this is why they're so motivated to go buy a home. But you're defeating the purpose. I made a video strictly for this. So you guys all have to go check it out. I'm going to put it up here or up here somewhere. It's going to be a card that you can check out, where buying a home because the interest rates are low is the absolute mistake you can make in this market, because you're defeating the purpose. You getting a low interest rate at 2.5%, but overpaying by 100,000, it just didn't even make sense. It threw off and offsets one another. So you guys don't want to do that. I know that's a huge motivation, and that's why the feds make the interest rates low, to encourage lending, to encourage the market to get stimulated, but you don't want to get played by that. What's the point if you're getting a low rate with a very expensive home? I'd just rather wait for the home to get cheaper and get a higher rate. It all makes sense if you put the numbers on the table. Now, the number 1 reason why you shouldn't buy a home that is overpriced is because you will get hustled. That's reason number 1. The second reason is the world is just so uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen the next hour. Literally the next hour, we don't know what headline news is going to come. The first virus that we had was going away. Then now a second virus is coming, and the stock market reacted insane and it dropped sharply. It's like any news that comes out, the market reacts like this. That's because uncertainty, because everybody's shaky. Nobody trusts the system right now. I know a lot of people who are just holding on their cash because they don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. The uncertainty is real. You buying a real estate asset, your home, or an investment in an uncertain market is very scary. You gotta make sure that financially you can handle it. You gotta make sure that you can handle the outcome of if a market does a complete shift or turn. You just have to. And this market right now being so uncertain is the absolute fear for myself and for all of you. Will you have enough to pay for when the market takes a turn? Will you be able to survive for 12 months if you lost your job? Will you be able to react to a market that is not this hot anymore, but you bought a home that was overpriced and now it's $100,000 off? You just wiped away your equity. How will you react to that in a market like this? And can your finances really control your uncertain lifestyle right now. Your lifestyle is uncertain. My lifestyle is uncertain. I can go and buy a brand new car right now and not realize that if the market crashes, I might have to get rid of it. Not realizing that if I lost my job, I have to go and get rid of my assets. It's all uncertain. Everything is uncertain right now. And news that comes out positive, the markets go up and everybody celebrates. News that comes out negative, the market completely panics. But what happens is the negative news affects the markets more than the positive news, because everybody is shaky. Everybody doesn't know where the world is going. There is just way too much uncertainty, and that's reason number 2 on why you shouldn't buy a home in a housing market crisis. Reason number 3 is that your lease is not coming to an expiration date, meaning you still have 10 months left on your lease. Why are you panicking trying to buy a home? So many people call me and say, I'm trying to buy a home, prices are gonna keep going up. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing right now? I'm renting. How much longer is on your lease? 10 months. Are you gonna break the lease so you can buy the home? Are you gonna wait through the 10 months? What are you gonna do? And they're like, yeah, if I find a home, it's no problem. I'll break the lease, I'll get out of it. And I'm like, and you're doing this because you believe house prices are gonna keep going up? Everybody answers yes. If you still got 10 months on your lease and you're financially not ready and you're about to take a loan and debt from family members to pay your down payment and you are not in a good position and your job is uncertain, why are you panicking to go buy a house when you don't even know if you can afford that house? Why are you panicking to buy something that you believe is going to keep going up? Let's just say house prices keep going up. You're not ready. It's better to buy a home when you're ready and pay $100,000 more than to buy a home when you're not ready. You'll get wiped out. Canceling your leases and trying to rush to buy a home because you're afraid prices are going to keep going up when you're not ready is the number one and most important one. Don't do that. That's a reason you should not do. That's why you should not go and terminate your lease, because you're panicking that the prices are going to keep going up. You're putting yourself in a bad position, not in a safe position, and actually you're going to make yourself flat broke. You need down payment, you need furniture, you need move out costs, you need loan costs, you need origination costs, you need transfer costs. Guys, there's a lot of things. You need to break your lease costs, you need to pay 2 months in advance, you might lose your security deposit. Oh my God, there's so much stuff that people don't look at. Reason number 3 is do not go and buy a home if you still have 10 months left on your lease. Now, it's not literally 10 months. You could have 6 months left and it still doesn't make sense. 4 months left and it still doesn't make sense. 12 months left and it still doesn't make sense. I know some people who just signed a lease and they literally want to buy a house because they're scared the prices are going to keep going up. This is what I'm dealing with every single day. Be smart with your moves, especially because of number 2. Reason number 2. The market's uncertain. The world is uncertain. Nobody knows where anything is headed. So be smart with your moves and know that in an uncertain market, moving smart is everything. So reason number 3 is do not go and break your lease because you want to go buy a house because you think prices are going to keep going up. Be smarter than that. Reason number 4, and this is really how you live, is your job is not guaranteed. I know people who've been working in the same exact company for 30 years, and I kid you not, they got the letter of being laid off during the pandemic. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people lost their jobs. The entire world shifted. The market shifted. The demand shifted. We don't know where things are headed. We haven't even played out the results of the pandemic. We still got eviction moratoriums that are set to expire, foreclosure moratoriums that are set to expire, mortgage forbearances that are set to expire. People don't know where things are going. We got a problem with unemployment right now where so many people are trying to hire, yet many are enjoying the unemployment benefits that they were getting and they just didn't want to go get a job, or now they're demanding so much. There's a lot of automation happening right now where they're trying to replace human beings in certain industries. We don't know where the uncertainty is going to be with your job. You might be like, I'm working IT and the tech market's hot and I'm doing great. Good. But remember, if you're buying a home, have strong finances. Be able to survive for 12 months if you did lose your job. Be careful. Your job is everything. That's how you live. That's how you put a roof over your head for your family, for your kids, for yourself. You want to make sure that you are being very safe. Companies are pivoting, adjusting, restructuring, and you might be that person that they pivot with and fire, that they restructure with and kick you out. You don't want to be that person, especially when you just took on the single biggest loan of your life, which is buying your home. Today you're hired, guys, and tomorrow you are fired. This is the biggest reason why you have to be careful. I know many people who are living good and making good money, and they up their lifestyles only to realize they now lost that job and they got to start from square one again. Making $400,000 or $500,000 a year, now making $50,000 or $100,000 a year. But they're living at $400,000 or $500,000 a year. They're living at making that much money, and their lifestyle completely shoots them down. Guys, don't believe that your job is your job. I don't care if you're there for 30, 40, 50 years. They will fire you if they feel you are too much of an expense or they don't need you. So please be careful. Those are the 4 reasons, guys, why I believe right now is not the right time for you to buy a house in this housing market crisis from how expensive homes are. And those reasons can apply to you, but they also apply in reverse. I made an exact video like this saying the 4 reasons why you should buy a home in a housing market crisis. So I definitely want you guys to check that out. But I made that video in reverse from this video. This will apply to some. The other one will apply to some. I bought a house during the housing market crisis. So that video where I say you should buy a house and the 4 reasons why you should, that applied to me. And this one might apply to you. So guys, be safe out there and understand that there is so much uncertainty out there, and you don't want to have to go calling for help from somebody else. Not even your mom or dad or your brother or sister. Not even family. You just don't. Don't put yourself in that position. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you enjoy content like this, I upload 3 times every single week about real estate, money, and business, and I'd love seeing you all there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. I'm out.